Hello and welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today we're doing a Tartarus beer. This is the annual. I've made these annual now because I've done... How many years have I done this? Third, fourth year in a row?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway, this is Tartarus's Krampus, and this is the annual review of the Krampus. They do change them slightly every year, but I'm not doing this year's Krampus. I'm doing last year's. This is the Brandy Barrel Aged Krampus 2024. This is Brandy Barrel Aged Christmas Cake Imperial Porter at 11.5%. There it is. I love the label. I think it's a very, very nice label. It's lovely. There's a difference between that and the 25 label, or the current label. They always do it. The last year's one is like in a nice reddish colour like that, and then the current one's in a nice purpley colour. It looks nice. It's different. Anyway, so I have been doing these for a while now, a few years. They were originally, I think they were in 440 cans originally, and then the previous year's one was in 750 bottle. Sound about right? No, that would be better memory. Anyway, something like that, or if not, they were both in 440 cans. I can't remember, but I remember them being bigger. This is in a 375 bottle, so I'm a bit annoyed that it's a bit less, but I mean, it's last year's beer, so they probably won't have as much. Anyway, there's no guff. It's suitable for vegetarians, and then this has got best before of 2030. Apparently what the hell's that say? Apparently the hops are Bramling Cross, and the adjuncts are Christmas Cheer and Barrel Brandy. It's literally what it says. Anyway, let's crack it open, see what we got. Lovely wax seal. Look at that wax. It's gone all the way down to the bottom of the bottle. I try my best as well with these not to include them in the beer of the year, because they were technically last year's beer. Unless it genuinely blows my mind, but I don't think it will, because it's pretty much the same beer, just barrel aged. I do include this year's if it is good. Oh, there was a nice bit of smoke off of that. Yeah, if this year's is good, I'll include it in the beer of the year awards. But if it's not, then I just won't include it. Simple as, isn't it? So there's the beer. Lovely jet black beer with a nice dark compact tanned head. Lovely alcohol ring on that. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, looks really, really nice. Let's get a smell. Let's see what we get, shall we? Holy brandy. Holy shit, that smells booze. That's booze. Booze, that. Well, I don't think I have any nose hairs left. Aside from that, it's brandy. A nice oaky, woody, slightly smoky smell to it. There's a hint of Christmas cake, raisins and currants, and a maltiness to it, but it's really, really subtle compared to the brandy. That brand, at least on the smell, the brandy is very powerful. It's very, very potent. Anyway, let's go mouthful for body and carb. Look forward to this. Carbs nice and light. Body medium bodied, roughly. Silky smooth, really, really velvety, really, really easy to drink. So far, so good. Big old taste, shall we? Cheers. Somehow, some way. When I said that the booze and the brandy was really, really strong on the smell, somehow into the flavour. The brandy's really nicely flavoured. The booze is so hidden. It coats the palate, but not that much. It's just a subtle coating of alcohol. It's very, very subtle. You can feel a tiny bit at the back of your throat, but that's about it. There's no warming, you can't feel it in your throat, you can't feel it in your cheeks, nothing like that. It is proper subtle. But the brandy flavour, pardon me, the brandy flavour is there. It's a big, bold flavour. It's not hidden. They've aged it really well in the brandy, that the brandy has actually translated well into the drink, and you taste it, but the alcohol remains hidden. You do have, again, that woody, slightly smoky smell translates into the flavour, and it works really well. Works well with the roasted malts, the dark currants, the nice malty, cakey flavour that you get in a Christmas cake. And I think the fact that they've brandy barrel aged it, I don't know if they've done it last year, brandy barrel aged, probably, but it works well because it's Christmas cake, and Christmas cake is cooked in brandy, eh? Or it's coated in brandy and then set on fire.
It's soaked in it as well.
Soaked. Fruit. Yeah, there you go. Soaked in brandy. I'm not a Christmas cake fan, so anyway, it works well. The Christmas cake flavours are there. They're nice. They are bold enough, but not overpowering in a way. They're nice curranty, malty flavours, raisins and such. And then you've got the nice brandy flavours. Again, that's big and bold. You're taking the first slice of cake and you're biting the outside. It's brandy. It hits you. But you've also got that cakey, curranty, raisiny, fruity feel and taste about it, but it's not as powerful. That's what it is. And then, again, it's got that subtle, woody, smoky flavour to it. It's a really well done drink, this. If I wasn't including this in Beer of the Year, this would probably be up there as probably one of the beers of the year. However, I do have a few others to do. But this is something else. This is really nice. This is probably the best Krampus that they've released by Tartarus. It's so easy to drink. It's 11, what did I say, 11.2? 11.5. So it's not a small drink. This is big boy numbers. But this is easily, after you finished your roast dinner on a Christmas day, like I'm going to tomorrow, crack one of these open, sit with a nice warm fire, potentially a cigar, just sit and you're just doing that. You don't need dessert, you've got this. I think the fact that it's in this glass as well really helps it. It's the Evil Dead glass, by the way. But I think this really helps it. It sits so well and it drinks so easily. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit. That is a fantastic drink. Tartarus have just nailed this Krampus barrel aging. Sorry, last year's Krampus for this year. They've nailed that. If I can get another one, I probably would, and I'd probably stick it in the cupboard for another couple of years just to see how the flavours have translated for a couple of years. But I don't really want to, because then my cupboard will get full of Krampuses and I can't be bothered with that. I'll just do them 1 year later, like this. Anyway, so I'm going to go away and enjoy this before I go enjoy my Christmas Eve, because it is Christmas Eve. Usually I would do this and this year's Krampus on Christmas Day, but I thought I tend to get really pissed after it, and I don't really, it's not that I don't remember Christmas or enjoy it, but I rush them, and I don't really want to rush these beers because they are big numbers. So I'm doing it today. So Tartarus, Brandy Barrel Aged Krampus 2024, and that is a Brandy Barrel Aged Christmas Cake Imperial Porter at 11.5% out of 10. I can't really fault this beer, so it's getting a 10 out of 10. However, I'm not including it in the Beer of the Year reviews, because this is last year's beer and they've had to leave it a year. You know, I know it was released this year, but I'm not including it. But it's a good beer. This would be a runner for Beer of the Year. Anyway, if you've had this beer, please let me know. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't. If you've not had it, I'll leave a link to Krampus. I'll leave a link to Tartarus down below. I don't know if they're still selling these on the website. This came from the market bottle, bit on the pricier side, but it's still cheaper in market bottle than on Tartarus, because if Steve, who runs Market Bottle Shop, was to sell these for a profit, no one would buy them because he'd be pricing them at £15-ish, and he doesn't want to do that. So he actually runs them at cheaper than Tartarus, so that way they sell. So there might be some left, there might not, but Tartarus' website will be down below. Maybe check your local craft shop, because you never know. Anyway, If you like the video, thumbs up, thumbs down, all usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so. Have a happy Christmas, so on and so forth, etc., etc. And I'll see you later. Bye.